MCs. They'll always come to the middle.
So
I will be with chairman. Chairman is standing here. Mrs. Park is standing here.
누구 나와주세요.
Then chairman.
이 친구한테
So minister is.
I'll tell them where to stand.
나와주세요.
Can you tell them to please stand here?
I mean, the people who are receiving the gifts, right? The people who are giving the gifts should already know, right?
So can you brief the chairman to stand right here?
Give me a mark. Okay. So usually for us, we all, unless it's multi-use, if not we mark it. Because on the flurry, if they see the word chairman put a C, Mrs. Park put a P, for example, so they can see.
Yes, C and P.
But
we can't
will
see.
it be on the?
They can't see because they're cut off.
Okay.
We can't see.
Okay, where's the mark?
안 보이실 건데. 이게 안 보여. 그래서
그게 중요한 게 아닌데 지금.
그냥 안 보여서 그냥 차라리 MC가 제스처로 해주는 게 좋아.
네. So then, honestly, it's gonna be confusing. So why don't you just
Okay,
read
okay,
the response?
okay,
Do you know
okay.
exactly what's happening all the way?
Mr. Tay, Mrs. Park, whoever is receiving.
누군가를 호명하면 이 친구 옆에 빠질 거잖아.
네, 그쵸.
그러니까 차라리 호명하면서 여기 나와달라고 하는 거 훨씬 좋아. 뭘? 얘기를 해. 얘기를 해줘. 이 친구가 여기 서 있을 게 아니기 때문에.
She's not gonna stand here, so she'll advise
사이드로
them.
빠질 거야.
Yes, and mark it.
여기 마이크가 있어서.
But just write it. Chairman, chairman.
Chairman.
계속 바뀔 거잖아.
Mrs. Park. P. 근데 저 계속 바뀌는 거?
Okay, I can go with.
성희 씨 어디실 거예요? 네. Are you good? Do you need any last minute confirmations for anything?
I'll just be a lot more secure if you just stay in this room.
Huh? I know, it's so hot. 그러니까
너 행사 안 해봤잖아.
행사 안 해봤죠?
난 행사 해봤어. 맨날 기획하는데.
근데 이렇게 안 하죠.
응. 야, 리허설 안 하니?
리허설 다 했는데.
Okay.
Arrival of MP at the
Must I announce that?
Announced.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're
But
not
no one,
live.
we're not live yet.
Not like it.
No, they won't be coming until 11. I think I have to go. What's up with you? This is so delayed. So, are you live?
I think it's not going to be playing while I'm doing this, right? Because
No.
it's going to be so
They're
distracting.
gonna play a Zoom thing, so then the people seated here can watch the performances.
Okay. Can you just stay in the room? What if something goes wrong?
Maybe behind there. So at the end, right? That's the part I'm like. I guess then just hand it over, stay there. They'll figure it out. I don't know when the artist is coming in.
He said he'll kill me.
Huh?
He'll kill me to end it.
But then where's the artist gonna be? Did she just
Somewhere.
Did he tell you?
No. She's not giving a speech or anything, right?
No, but she's narrating the showpiece.
I don't think they know that, you know?
그다음에 근데 얘 끝나고 제가 마지막에 표지 하기 So they're gonna like all of them All of the VIPs and the artists will go around like one round.
But how would they pick up her sound when she's
I don't know,
narrating?
they'll figure it out. And then they'll be seated back, and then you do your ending. And then I don't know what they're doing.
I will choose the MC to announce the event over. Okay? So finish, they will sit down.
How do I know when to start?
11. They'll cue you.
Okay, understand. So you're going to give her go on. Then you monitor inside.
멘트가 MC 멘트가
Yeah.
MC 멘트가 있으니까 자기 섹션에서 바꿔주시면 돼요.
Okay.
Good luck. You want water? Why don't you put water in here?
No, I will not.
Huh?
I won't be drinking anyway, so it's fine.
I'm gonna go.
Read, form.
우리가 리허설 어떻게 안 돼갖고 지금 얘네들도 이걸 보면서 내가
Hi, sound testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Can you hear?
Not loud enough? Oh, for you guys, is it? Can you hear me?
Sorry.
아 유튜브에서 나와? 유튜브 어느 채널 나와?
It may not be a bad idea for them to watch YouTube.
Will they be able to? For the audience, they are just hearing me natural
Correct.
sound lah.
That's right,
Okay,
that's right.
okay,
Otherwise
okay.
there'll be feedback from the
Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Is it okay? Louder. Okay. I'll be louder. Hi everyone, thank you for joining. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you warm?
A little.
You're lucky I'm not a guy. Just standing here is sweating.
Can you say something?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Hi everyone, thank you for joining this special event today.
Don't better not.
It's okay.
No, don't. Can we mute like what we had done earlier? Mute when she's talking, then unmute when the video is playing.
Yeah, no, it's on.
Oh, no, it's on.
Minister is here. jointly hosted by the Korean Women's Association of Singapore and Lions Befrienders Service Association. Now, before we begin the event, let's just welcome our very special guests. And first up, we have Minister for Communications and Information, Mrs. Josephine Teo. We've also got South Korean Ambassador to Singapore, Mr. Chue Hoon. Parliamentary Secretary for the Ministry of Social and Family Development, Mr. Eric Chua. Lions Befrienders Chairman, Mr. Anthony Teo, as well as Chairman for COAS, Mrs. Sami Park. Please give them a warm round of applause. My name is Heidi and I will be your host for today. Now without further ado, let's get straight to it. Handmade Tales, My Korean Neighbours is an exhibition. It's a showcase of artwork created by Lions Befrienders seniors over the course of the past year. And first up, we've got a K-pop dance performance organized by Jian Makers. South Korean pop culture has taken the Singapore's youth community by storm, and please welcome our very own K-pop dancers from Jian Makers.
Girl, 말해줘 네 마음 바래지고 baby 같이 올라가자 하늘 위로 All I wanna do is kick it with you 너의 몸에 그린 것만 같은 미술 오늘 일상처럼 네 마음 내 see through All I wanna do is kick it with you 기분은 저 하늘 구름이 네 몸에 다들 보여줘 이미 내 맘은 준비돼 있어 Boy 말할게 내 마음 바로 지금 그래 같이 올라가자 하늘 위로 All I wanna do is kick it with you 네가 원한 대로 나를 답은 me too 이제부터 널 부르게 해줘 my boo All I wanna do is kick it with you 사용을지 See how it is so baby It's everything you want it, baby. It's everything you want it, baby. Right there. It's the thought of PM when your heart's just like a drum, beating louder with nowhere to guard it.
When it all seems like it's wrong, sing along to Elton John and to that feeling we're just getting started.
When the nights get colder and the rhythm's got you falling behind. Just dream about that moment when you look yourself right in the eye. Then you say, I wanna dance, the music's got me going and nothing that can stop how we move. Yeah, let's make a place and live just like we're going and rolling like we're dancing fools. We don't need to worry, just when we fall we know how to dance.
Don't need to talk the talk, just walk the walk tonight.
Cause we don't need permission to dance. There's always something that's standing in the way, but if you don't let it phase you, you know just how to break. Just get that right vibe, yeah. Cause there's no looking back. There ain't no one to prove we don't got this on lock. Yeah, the wait is over. The time is not, so let's do it right. Yeah, we'll keep going and stay up until we see the sun. As we say, I wanna dance, the music's got me going and nothing that can stop. knowing that we can keep the fire alive.
Cause it's not over till the summer. Say one more time.
I wanna dance, the music's got me going. Nothing can stop how we move. Yeah. Let's break our plans and live just like we're golden and growing like we're dancing fools.
Like a dancing fool.
We don't need to worry, 'cause when we fall we know how to land.
The talk, just walk the walk tonight. 'Cause we don't need permission to dance.
Now let's take it back in time and please enjoy this Korean traditional dance performance called Sogo Chum. That was a wonderful performance. Now please welcome Lions Befrienders Chairman Mr. Anthony Tay for a welcome speech. Mr. Tay, please.
Guest Honour, Mrs. Josephine Teo, Minister for Communication and Information and Second Minister for Home Affairs. Mr. Eric Chua, Pasek of NCCY and NSSD and Chief Advisor to Milan AAC. Ambassador of the Republic of Korea, Mr. Choi Woon. President of Korea, Mrs. Park Sang-mi, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you and a warm welcome to the Handmade Dear, my Korean neighbors. A highly cultural event jointly organized by the Korea Women's Association in Singapore, KOWA, and Land Defender Service Association. Due to the current COVID-19 situation and in line with the government guideline, this cultural event had to adopt a hybrid presentation for the safety of all. And I am sure that we will all enjoy the program as much as is done physically. Line Defender signed the MOU with the KOWA in January 2021. It opened the doors to meaningful, befriending and interesting cultural exchanges, which have enriched the lifestyle of our lonely seniors. Our seniors engaged much through the meaningful cultural activities of Korea, such as cutting, learning Korean music and traditional dance, and especially the healthcare and healthy food program. Our seniors became less isolated, and their life has become more meaningful and interesting with new friends and new interests. The volunteers from KOWA spent fruitful, meaningful time with our seniors and gain at the same time the better understanding of Singapore culture through the volunteering and befriending section. KOWA, Line Defender staff and our seniors have benefit together for the befriending program. This partnership with KOWA is indeed good partnership and treasured by Line Defenders. Our sincere appreciation and warm thanks to you, Mr. Park Sang-mi, and your warm-hearted volunteers. With your support, LB were able to strengthen further our services to meet the needs of our seniors. Lastly, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to Mr. Josephine Teo, Minister for Communication and Information and Second Minister for Home Affairs. Mr. Eric Chua, Pasek of MCCY and NSSD. Mr. Choi Woon, Ambassador of the Republic of Korea, for taking time off for your busy schedule to gain this occasion when you're present. Thank you all. Enjoy cultural show. Take care and stay safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Tay, for that speech. Now may I invite Minister of Communication and Information and Second Minister for Home Affairs, Mrs. Josephine Teo, please.
Good morning, my parliamentary colleague, Mr. Eric Chua, Ambassador Choi Woon, Mr. Anthony Tay, Chairman of Lions Befrienders Service Association, and also Mrs. Park, the chairperson of KOWAS. Thank you for inviting me, and I'm delighted to join you on this occasion. I want to say a big hello to friends, colleagues who have joined in online, and it would have been nice to meet in person, but under the present circumstances, this way of connecting is good too. I firstly would like to thank the Lions Befrienders for the very good work that it does all over Singapore, looking after our seniors, reaching out to them, befriending them, taking good care of them, you know, in their golden years, and ensuring that many aspects of their needs are taken care of. Their physical needs, their healthcare needs, and another very important area of contribution by the Lions Befrienders, helping our seniors to become more familiar with digital technologies, to be not fearful of the digital technologies, but to learn how to use them. The good work that you do in Singapore, in many of our estates, including that of Eric and mine, touches lives. And it adds a lot of meaning to our sense of community. So big thank you to Lions Befrienders. When Lions Befrienders told me about this collaboration with COWAS, I was very happy to hear about it. Culturally, if we look at Korea and Singapore, I think we can see that we are not identical. Singapore is a multicultural society. Even in my attire today, you can see there are different influences that reflect our multicultural context. And yet, even though culturally we are not identical, there are certain values that you will find runs commonly and deeply in both our societies. One of these is the respect for elders and the sense that not just families, but communities ought to come together to help them to age well, age gracefully, and to be able to enjoy their golden years. When Lions Befrienders told me about the kind of activities that Lions Befrienders and COWAS were going to collaborate on, I was delighted because it builds on the commonalities between our cultures, the respect for seniors, and the desire to take good care of our elders in the community. And it also helps our seniors to stay connected with interesting developments. So they have a chance to learn more about Korean culture and how it applies to them. And Singapore, being a very open society, welcomes this opportunity. Our younger people are very familiar with Korean pop culture. Some of them make a serious effort to learn your language. In fact, quite a few of them would make an effort to even study in Korea and to establish their own network of friends. The fact that we are also doing something similar for our seniors, letting them get to know, either virtually or through the activities, their Korean neighbor, is also something to be encouraged. So I want to thank both organizations for initiating this very good collaboration. I'm sure that through these many meaningful activities on arts and craft and cultural appreciation, including traditional Chinese medicine, traditional medicines, traditional remedies, it will help to enhance the golden years of our seniors. I want to thank COWAS for your enthusiasm and for your care for the community, and especially in working with an established organization like Lions Befrienders in Singapore. I wish you success in your partnership and many more meaningful activities for our seniors. Although we did not plan this, I hope you don't mind, and I'm springing a surprise on Eric too. Because Eric is very much in charge of this area, and also in a very important ministry, our Ministry of Culture, Community and Youth. I hope you don't mind if I invite him to say a few words also as to how this project touches him and why it's meaningful for him too. Eric, please. Yeah.
Thanks very much, Minister. So, a very good morning to Mrs. Josephine Teo, Minister for Communication and Information, Second Minister for Home Affairs, and Ambassador Mr. Choi Hoon, Your Excellency. Very good morning, thank you for joining us. Mr. Anthony Tay, Chairman, Line Befrienders, as well as Mrs. Park, President of COAS. A big pleasure to meet all of you this morning. And first of all, I'll just make 3 quick points, I think, in response to what Minister Josephine has mentioned. Firstly, welcome to Queenstown. Queenstown, since a year ago when I started serving this constituency, holds a very special place in my heart. Why is that? Because Queenstown has, being the first satellite HDB town, public housing, holds a lot of secret treasures within Queenstown. There are many spots where there are great food, there are many spots that are little known and that holds a lot of heritage value to Singapore and Singaporeans alike as well. And I think both Singaporeans and tourists to Singapore will find these spots interesting. So Queenstown holds a special place in my heart and the hearts of many Singaporeans. And to that end, Queenstown is also an aging town, much like the rest of Singapore. But Queenstown is also aging much faster than many parts of other Singapore, being the first satellite HDB town. So in that sense, Queenstown can be said to be an older town than the rest of Singapore. We often talk about Singapore in 2030, 1 in 4 of us will be 65 years old and above. But I often tell my friends and colleagues that, hey, Queenstown, we are already there. Because today, 28% of our residents are 60 years and above. So we are already dealing with the challenges that Singapore would have to deal with some 10 years later. So in that context, I think I present to you Queenstown as it is today, a beautiful, charming town with a sizable population of seniors as well. Now the second point I really want to make is that of partnerships. And for this, I really thank Line Befrienders, who have been a stalwart partner in our community. And I also want to thank COAS for bringing together this, this opportunity for us to collaborate and to bring all these wonderful programs together. And this is the part where I will respond to what Minister Josephine asked me about my feelings, my thoughts for this. And I think this collaboration is testimony of the wonderful approach that we have here in Singapore, that of many helping hands. Is at the core of it is all our family units. Surrounding the family unit, providing the next line of defense, providing that next level of support, is our community partners. And then at the outer ring of it is the government, making sure that nobody falls through the cracks. But undergirding all of this, I think what is precious is that we have made use, we have leveraged these partnerships to really go all out and to move into the realm of cultural exchange, as is the program for today, My Korean Neighbours exhibition. Because what we are essentially doing is promoting the friendship and camaraderie between two peoples, not totally identical as Minister mentioned, but there's actually some commonalities in terms of the cultural products that we consume. We were just talking about Squid Games as we were informally chatting earlier, and also the many influences of K-pop, how Gangnam is now really upon very many parts of the world, including Singapore. So I think this is a great opportunity. I would like to thank our partners in Line Befrienders and also our friends in COAS and our friends from all over, who is trying to make this collaboration one that is successful. And I want to thank all of you for this wonderful collaboration and this opportunity. So on that note, I wish to express my thanks once again to Line Befrienders, COAS, and on behalf of the people in Queenstown, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chua, Parliamentary Secretary of MSF and MCCY. Next up, we'll welcome our Lions Befrienders seniors who will be performing a Korean traditional dance called Dongkung. Take it away, please.
I think we have to introduce the ambassador.
We are doing the dance first. Yeah. That was a wonderful performance by the Lions Befrienders seniors. Next up, we'll hear from Mr. Choi Hoon. He's the ambassador of the Republic of Korea to Singapore.
Her Excellency Josephine Teo, Minister for Communications and Information, and the Second Minister for Home Affairs, the Honorable Mr. Eric Chua, Parliamentary Secretary for Culture, Community and Youth, and the Social and Family Development, Ms. Anthony Chai, Chairman of the Lions Befriend Service Association, Mr. Park Sun-mi, President of the Korean Women's Association in Singapore, Lions Befriend, many seniors and staff members, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to be here to join today's incredibly wonderful event, jointly presented by the Lions Befrienders and the Korean Women's Association. Handmade Tale, today's exhibition topic, My Korean Neighbours, presented today, demonstrated the deepening relationship between the civil society of Singapore and Korea. In particular, it is worth praising that the two organizations continue their seamless collaboration even amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Since last December, Korea Women's Association has engaged in various caring programs based on Korean culture for the seniors alliance befrienders every month, to name a few. Dongdeokgung dance class. I think you just watched the dance performance in the earlier program. The dance class is tailored to the seniors, combining simple and easy to follow body movement with a light traditional Korean folk music. The LB seniors for sure had an enjoyable time while taking care of their health. Art and craft workshop. The program aimed to offer the LB seniors to make small but useful handmade household items such as pork trays using Korean traditional paper, so-called hanji. COAS and LB also work together for the caregivers to improve their job skill. Recent healthcare webinar turned out to be very successful. Experts in Korea, Oriental medicine, and aesthetic clinic were very enthusiastic about handing over their professional caring skills to the LB staff. The level of participating caregivers' satisfaction was very high. I'm sure today's My Korean Neighbors event will be a milestone about how we have taken care of one another and built mutual trust. Let me gently remind you of a saying: a close neighbor is much, much better than a distant relative. The Korean Women's Association in Singapore has been and will be a good and close neighbors to lives with befrienders, being responsible and trustworthy. It has played out a part as much as it can in making Singaporean community harmoniously develop. As an ambassador to represent the Republic of Korea, I would say that I'm proud, of course, for their contribution to Singapore society. As we know very well, the COVID-19 pandemic has left huge scars in our daily life. It will take some time to fully overcome the current crisis and return to normal life. But I hope that we can do all this in a spirit of strong mutual help between community members who live on the same time and in the same place. When the day comes, we can gather face to face and enjoy travel between Singapore and Korea. Seeing the cultural activities of LB seniors warms my heart. I believe the result of today's collaboration will be a symbol of embracing our shared aspiration for a better future. I hope that all the activities presented today will be a time to share good memories about Korean culture and the everlasting friendship between the two nations. I wish all participants, LB seniors, health and happiness. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Choi, for that speech. And finally, we'll hear from the chairman of the Korean Women's Association in Singapore, Mrs. Sammi Park.
My name is Sammi Park. I'm the chairman of the Korean Women's Association in Singapore. Thank you everyone for joining us even during this difficult time. A special thank you to Minister for Communication and Information, Ms. Josephine Thier, Korean ambassador to Singapore, Mr. Chehun, Parliamentary Secretary for Social and Family Development, Mr. Eric Choi, and Lions Befrienders Chairman, Mr. Anthony Tay, for joining us today. And of course, we are ever grateful to our Lions Befrienders family and all the seniors who came together to create art, dance, and show their life stories with us. We have worked hard together in hopes that we can bring you a glimmer of happiness in this precarious time. As proud residents of Singapore, though we may not speak the same language at home or eat the same food, Koas has worked hard since 2010 to make a lasting and positive impact on Singapore society. Apart from our wonderful collaboration with Lions Befrienders, we have also worked with the Korean, Thai, and Myanmar embassies to serve migrant workers here in Singapore. We hope to continue our partnership with our fellow neighbors here in Singapore for years to come. Thank you again for joining us today. Thank you, Heidi, for helping us to host this event. We really appreciate it. As the world continues to fight this coronavirus pandemic, we hope you can enjoy this challenging time by encouraging one another. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Park, for that speech. Next, Koas will present certificates of appreciation to two very special people who helped deliver medical knowledge to Lions Befrienders community members. They are unable to attend the event today because they're currently in South Korea, but Koas Moon Sung Hee will receive the certificates on their behalf. First up, Professor Kwon Hyok Song. Please accept this token of appreciation.
Presentation is by Minister. Oh, sorry, which one is that? No problem. Oh, Minister is standing.
Minister can stand here.
Sure. Sorry, I should be behind you. No problem. Thank you very much.
1, 2, 3.
Next, Professor Jong Kyung-uk. Please accept this certificate of appreciation. Thank you both for your services. Thank you, Minister, for presenting the tokens of appreciation. Now it's time for the gift-giving ceremony. Mrs. Park and Mr. Tay, please make your way up here. Mr. Tay and Mrs. Park. Koas has prepared these special Korean traditional art pieces by artist Park Hyun. Minister, please make your way here to accept the gift. Yes, in front of the flowers. Yeah.
I see.
Thank you so much. Yeah, these are
For me?
yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
These are special Korean traditional art pieces by the
I see.
artist Park Hyun
Okay.
today.
I think I will need help with this so that I can show the art.
Let me bring this back to your seat
Yes.
for you.
How about both of you in the picture too?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Anthony,
Okay.
like that?
Okay. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Minister. Minister,
It's
please
really
take a
beautiful.
seat.
Really beautiful. Thank you.
Mrs. Park, please stay here and Chairman as well. Yeah.
Stay there too. Okay. Witness.
Next.
Oh,
and
For our senior.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much.
So stand, we would even for our also invite Ambassador and
Senior wrote this?
as a witness
Oh, wow.
of this celebration.
Wow.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe ask 1 meter apart, otherwise
Yes.
Oh, 1 meter, okay.
Cannot pose.
This is here, 1 meter. Okay.
another one.
Karen,
1, 2,
She's asking for the
No, this is later. This is just a total picture. I will give that out later.
Okay, one more time. Okay, 네, 거리 비교. 오케이, 좋습니다. 하나, 둘, 셋. 오케이, one more time. 1, 2, 3. 오케이.
감사합니다.
Thank you, Minister. Ambassador, please stay
So
here.
beautiful.
Thanks, Mr. Choi. You can be seated.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Appreciate this very much.
Ambassador, yes. The gift for Ambassador Choi Hun.
사진.
예.
요걸 해피하니까 내려놓으시고요.
It's very heavy.
Beautiful. Watermelons will have many seeds.
오케이, one more time. 1, 2. 한번 더요. 하나, 둘, 셋.
Watermelon cake together. Josephine,
Can we get all of you together as well for the different artworks?
Is a middle here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah.
Here?
Okay. Yeah.
1 meter.
오케이. 하나, 둘, 셋. 한번 더요. 하나, 둘, 셋. One more time. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3. 됐습니다.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the ambassador?
But if you bring it home, you may scare your wife.
Yeah. And Alliance Befrienders will also present the gift of appreciation to Mr. Choi Hun.
I sing.
Yeah,
传密温情，师者乐龄就有协会。
It means we present to you love
Thank you.
and also
1, 2, 3. 오케이, 한번 더요. 하나, 둘, 셋. 됐습니다.
good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So we present and also bless you with love as well as warmness. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador. Ambassador, seat, please.
Thank you.
And COAS will present a gift of appreciation to Mr. Eric Chua.
좋습니다. 같이 드세요. 오케이, 1, 2, 3. 오케이, 한 번 더. 하나, 둘, 셋. 오케이, 됐습니다.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
hoping to see watermelon.
I'll take that. And Lions Befrienders will present the gift. There's one more from the Lions Befrienders.
I see. Nice.
Our senior.
Beautiful.
Very nice. Yeah.
호빙은? 좋습니다. 오케이, 1, 2, 3. 오케이, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chua. Please take a seat. Now, Mrs. Park and Mr. Tay, stay right there. This is the gift exchange between COAS and Lions Befrienders.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
And now Lions Befrienders will also present their token of appreciation to COAS.
Yeah.
Tree.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2,
Yes.
Very nice. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tay and Mrs. Park. Thank you, everybody. That was a very beautiful exchange of gifts and artwork. Now I'll hand it over to artist Park Yeon, who is also the artist of these artworks that you've received, to take us around the gallery for a look at some of these folk paintings that she's created, as well as some art pieces that were done by the Lion Befriender Seniors. Park Yeon, please.
Now exchange of photo appreciation.
It's, Park Yeon will take us around the gallery right now.
Yeah.
Do you want to say a few words?
Thank you. So I hope you enjoy appreciating the Mina painting. It is a great honor to present a little bit, talk about the Mina to our guest. The Korean traditional Mina is a big hit in Korea, as the whole world is interested in the Korean culture. As you know, the BTS, Korean dramas are very popular among the older people around the world. So, but it's not easy to painting in a traditional way, especially in abroad. But we about 25 people here in Singapore, we gathered and then we built the association and then we painting all together. And we tried to promote our culture to the Singaporeans and all the foreigners. So we really hope if there's any opportunities, we can share our culture with the Singaporeans who will be there. So anytime if there's any event and request, we really willing to join you and share our culture. I hope you like my paintings, which is a small paintings, but I put all my heart in the paintings. I hope you appreciate the paintings for a long time. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Next time you go Lion CD, not Tiger.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you to the artist Park Yeon. She will now take our guests around the gallery to have a look at the art pieces that she's created, as well as the Lions Befriender Seniors have created.
Want me to explain to them? Yes. Okay. So before we start on the tour, would you share? Yes. So this is courtesy of Kowas from Korea, and also especially flown this in for a special guest. Yes. Thank you so much. So they're also keeping alive the Korean tradition. They're also celebrating Choso.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is so enjoy over to you for the have a selfie. That's right. Well, I'm sure we will have a lot to talk about. Bye. Thank you.
Now that brings us to the end of today's event. Now that was Handmade Tales, My Korean Neighbours. And that was brought to you by the Korean Women's Association of Singapore as well as the Lions Befrienders Service Association. Thank you all for joining us today on this Friday morning and have a good day.